Okay, welcome to the Thursday Comeback Yoga class. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Today I'm using 2 blocks and a strap. Those are optional, but we're going to use them here in the studio. So find a comfortable seat, maybe cross-leg. Maybe sit on top of a block so the hips are elevated higher than the knees. Placing the hands on the thighs. And you can have the palms down on the knees, or you might try a Ashgushta mudra, which is making 2 fists and pointing the thumbs together, touching the thumbs, just down into the lap. This mudra is the throat chakra, so it is for maybe in or those cases where you may not be listening to yourself. Keep the eyes closed. Start to feel your up inhale. Start to control our breath. Exhale. Yellow in front of the top of the box. Every time you exhale, you go on the other side. Keep that going for a couple seconds. If you're using a Gushtra Mudra, you can release that. Just place the hands, palms down on the knees, and keeping the eyelids closed, take our gaze towards the forehead. Keeping the eyelids closed, gaze towards the chin. Back to the forehead. Let the eyes come back to center, let them relax. Keeping the eyelids closed, take the gaze to the right ear and to the left ear. One more time, back to the right, to the left. Bring the eyes back to center, let them relax. Take a deep inhale, flutter out the lips, relax the jaw. Blink the eyes open. We're gonna roll over onto the knees, hands and knees. And let's make our way standing at the top of the mat. We'll start off by just having our feet hip-width distance apart. And if you want to measure that, you can place 2 fists between the feet, just for proper alignment. When you're ready, we'll come back up. Put a slight bend in your knees. Lift up all the toes and try to set them down in sequence, maybe the pinky toe all the way to the big toe, or vice versa. Feel that arch and lift. You're creating 4 corners on your feet. Tuck the tailbone a little bit, pull the stomach in, lift up the chest, then roll out the shoulders. And then pull your chin back over your chest. Maybe bring the hands to heart center, finding your intention for the practice. Maybe close the eyes just to feel your balance. Blink the eyes open. We're taking the hands out to the side, up overhead, facing the palms together, drop the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, reaching for the toes. Inhale, halfway lift, placing our hands on our thighs, lifting up the chest, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach tall. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Interlace the hands in the crooks of the elbows. Just let the head drop. Maybe straighten one leg at a time, working into the hips. Go ahead and release the hands down. Take your right hand in front of your left foot. And then bending the right knee, we're going to straighten the left leg and take the left hand up high for a side twist. Exhale, release down to the ground. Switching sides, left hand in front of the right foot. Bend the left leg, straighten the right. Inhale the right hand high, side twist. Breathe into it. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your toes and heels together, knees together. Exhale, sit into your chair. Squeeze the knees together. Pull the stomach in. Try to tuck the tailbone. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching high. Good. Exhale, chair. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. This time, lifting up the right leg. Take it behind us, stretch it towards the back wall, bringing the torso forward. Warrior three. Bend into the standing leg, bringing the extended leg all the way back to the back of the mat. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale, spin the back foot to a 90-degree angle, preparing for warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach down the back leg, reverse warrior. Inhale, straighten the front leg, press back further. Inhale, bring the torso all the way up, keep the legs as they are. Take the hips back, bend the front knee slightly. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring it forward and tick-tock the arms. If it feels okay on the neck, take your gaze towards the top thumb, and then open up the shoulders even more. Inhale, bring the torso upright. Exhale, bend into the front knee, warrior two. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot, lift the back heel. Good. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Roll onto the belly, untuck the toes. Bring the palms back by the hips, palms down. On your next inhale, we're gonna lift up the torso, just core only. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring the palms beside the rib cage. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, press the hips up. Tabletop. Exhale, press the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, extending one leg at a time. When you're ready, look between the hands and step your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lifting up the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Ready to lift up the left leg. Then we shoot it back, bring the torso forward. Warrior three. Breathe into it. Start to bend into the standing leg, lowering the back foot all the way down to the mat. Finding your high lunge. Good. It's just a playful movement, so have fun with it. Don't take it too serious. Deep inhale. Exhale, turn the back foot to a 90-degree angle, preparing for warrior two. On your inhale, surf the torso forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, take it back to center. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, straighten the front leg, press back. Inhale, bring the torso upright. Keep the legs as they are. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the torso forward. Tick-tock the arms, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Maybe gaze towards the top thumb and open up your shoulders even more. On your inhale, bring in the torso upright. Exhale, warrior two. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, bring the front foot, lift the back heel. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees down. And then adjust your alignment so that you're in a correct tabletop position, so the shoulders are over the wrist, knees underneath the hips. Pull your stomach up and in so you're almost creating a micro arch with the back. On your next inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin. Take a couple breaths here in cow pose. Do those slight micro adjustments so you're maybe pulling your shoulder blades closer together. On your next exhale, drop the tailbone, arch the back, drop the head. Start to press the shins into the mat. Straighten elbows even more. Breathe into it. On your inhale, cow pose, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly. Exhale, cat pose. Press the shins into the mat. Inhale back to center. Tuck the back toes and bring your sit bones back to the heels. Reach back and tuck the toes underneath. Grab the pinky toes as well. Take our hands outside, spread the fingers. Bring them behind the back and interlace the fingers. Then press both the fists down as low as you can and open up the shoulders. Drop your chin down towards your chest. On your inhale, relax that. Bring both your hands over to your left hip. Drop your chin over to the left side. Sorry, your head over to the left side, not your chin. Notice the sensations in the neck. Then take the gaze down towards the chest. Bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center, taking our hands over to the other side. Chin down towards the chest. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, release that. Come back to center, and your feet are probably talking to you. Make your way to tabletop and tap out the feet. Keep the toes untucked. We're going to sit on our heels again. And then start to lean back. Maybe put your hands behind you. Maybe lean back so that your knees start to come. When you're ready to release out of that, make your way standing. On your inhale, take the hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Take the right foot back. Drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. Bring both elbows to the inside of the knee. Low supported lunge. And you can stay right here, or you can grab a block and start to rest your elbows on the block if the hips feel okay. And we want our right leg to be extended back as far as it can. So maybe if you use your toes to kind of pull the hip back to lower it even more. On your inhale, we'll start to lift up. We're going to take our right hand down to the mat and then open up the left for a side twist. Exhale back to center. Pressing back the hips all the way back to the mat, finding a seat with the right knee bent. And pay attention to how your right knee feels in this posture. If it's not feeling right, we'll grab a block and just sit on the block. Feels okay. Finding a breathe. Launching our hips back forward into a low lunge. Good. Then finding tabletop. Once you're in tabletop, we're bringing the right leg forward, low lunge. Same posture. While you're upright, you go ahead and start walking back that left leg to lower down the hips. And you can stay upright, or you can start to grab a block and just start to rest the elbows on the block. Wherever you're at, start to breathe into it. If the pose becomes aggravating or anything, just come out of it a little bit and readjust. On your inhale, we'll start to lift up the torso, taking our left palm down to the mat. Inhale the right side open. Exhale and release. Shooting our hips back towards the floor, finding a seat. Pay attention to the left knee this time. And this side might be different. That's okay. We're not symmetrical. So you can stay upright to protect the knee, but if it feels okay, you can start to lean back. It's all about how it feels, though, not how it looks. On your inhale, we're going to start to lift up, raising the torso, bringing the hips forward, finding our low lunge, and then finding tabletop. Once you're there, we're going to bring our left knee to the center of the mat. The right knee is going to go behind it, bringing the feet out wide. Once you have that set up, we're going to start to push the hips back, finding a seat. And for most of us, our top knee is going to be elevated. And if that's the case, we'll just grab a block and stick it in that wedge to support the hips. But if it's okay, we'll continue by lifting up the arms. As you exhale, bringing the right under the left, wrapping the arms, maybe a double wrap. Let's see where we're at. Good. If you can't quite get the grab, we grab onto the shoulders. Take a deep inhale, lift up the elbows. As you exhale, bring the torso forward and try to hook the elbows onto the knee. You should feel this really quick in the lower back. To me, it feels like a bit of magic. Breathe into it. On your inhale, we're going to lift up the elbows, release the arms, and we're going to lift up our hips and do a little dance move or rotate around. Try not to laugh about it. This is serious stuff. Once you get situated, if you're quite not as wrapped up as you want to be, you can also come forward onto the knees and just get your alignment right. Once you're ready, you'll take your hands up overhead. Deep inhale. Exhale, left arm under the right. Try to keep that double wrap or just grab the shoulders. Inhale, lift up the elbows. Exhale, bring the torso forward, hook the elbows on the knees, or just lean into the knees. On your next inhale, we're going to start to lift up, releasing the arms. You can do that fun dance move again, or you can just undo the legs. Once you get here, we're going to start to rock our knees from left to right just to release the knees. Making our way over in the tabletop and finding our way standing at the top of the mat. Bring our toes and heels together. Pull the stomach in. Inhale the hands up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Point the index finger for Kali Mudra. Inhale, lengthen, reach that pointer finger toward the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the left and press your right hip out. Keep your feet grounded. Breathe into it. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Press the hips out. Inhale back to center. Drop the head back and just rotate the head from left to right. You can stay right here, or you can start to press your hips forward and just lean back, trying to point towards the back wall. On your inhale, come all the way back up center. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, drop the right hand. Ground your left foot into the mat and lift up your right leg. You're gonna grab the inside of the foot. Once you have that grip, try to pull your knees closer together. Your left arm should be right next to your ear or close to it. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, kick this foot into the hand. That's gonna launch your torso forward, creating a balance with your front arm. Wherever you're at, breathe into it. Try to let this foot kicking into the hand open up your shoulder even more. On your inhale, we're coming back upright, releasing the foot, bringing it into the chest and interlace the fingers. Pull it up tight. Deep inhale, exhale and release. Shake it out. Ground into the right foot, lifting up the left leg, grabbing the inside. Same thing, other side. Let's bring up our right arm next to the right ear. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, kick that foot into the hand, coming forward. On your inhale, coming back through, bring this leg up into the chest, interlacing the fingers, pulling that knee closer. And exhale and release. Shake it out. Take the feet out wide. Have the toes out, heels in. Your hands to our lower back. If your shoulders are open up, you can do like a reverse namaste. Or you can just grab onto the elbows. Start to lift up the chest and start to lean back using the thoracic spine. On your next inhale, come back to center, releasing the arms, bringing the toes in, heels out, pull the stomach in, and then reach down to the floor, placing your hands beneath the shoulders. Let the head drop. Point your fingertips behind you and start to walk between the feet. Get in a deeper stretch. Walk to your comfort level. Breathe into it. When you're ready, we'll start to walk our hands back underneath their shoulders. Bend the left knee and start to squat the hips over to the left side. As you do that, we're going to lift up the toes on the right foot. Good. Another inhale, start to walk your hands across to the other side, straightening the left leg and bending into the right. The left leg toes are going to go up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, let's walk our hands back to center. Drop the knees down to the mat. Keep the knees wide though. Maybe push them out further than what would be comfortable normally. So we're in a squatted frog on the floor. And we want our knees and our hips in alignment with each other. You can stay upright with the hands locked out or elbows locked out, or you can start to come down to the elbows. I promise we won't stay here long, only about 5 minutes. So there's a few different ways we can come out of this pose. You can either push forward where you come onto your belly, or you can start the power move where you lift your knees up and bring them closer together. But eventually we're gonna make our way down to our bellies. And if you have 2 blocks, we'll have them out in front of us, just available. But we're setting up like we're gonna watch TV in Sphinx pose. So elbows are underneath the shoulders. And real quick, just let your shoulders dump and then re-engage them. Maybe pull the belly button up off the mat. And then your hands are gripping on the mat and start to pull your hands back towards your hips. This will engage the back. You can stay right here, or if you want a little bit more in your lower back, we'll bring these blocks out in front of us and use them as the base. A little bit more lift. But we want the same engagement with the shoulders. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, start to move these blocks out of the way. We'll create a diamond shape with our forefingers and thumbs. Bring the elbows out wide. Just drop your head down to that diamond. And then lift up your feet so you're bending the knees. And then just rock the feet left to right to release the lower back. When you're ready, go ahead and set the feet down. We're going to lift back up and place our right hand at a 45-degree angle in front of us. That's going to be our support. We're going to bend our right foot at the knee and reach back with the right arm, grabbing the foot. Try to keep the shoulders activated. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the foot, bring it to the mat. Switching the arms, bringing the left arm at a 45, and then the right knee. Right hand back, grabbing the inside of the foot or the top of the foot. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Release the foot down. We're taking our right hand out to the side to a T. Our left hand is going to press into the mat and press this over onto our hip. We'll drop our head to the mat. The top foot can go as far back as you want to take it, or you can bend at the knee and bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Really, all we're working here is into our right shoulder. That's the main focus. On your inhale, roll back onto the belly, switching sides. So left arm out, pressing into the mat, rolling onto the side hip. Inhale, roll back to the belly. Placing the hands beside the rib cage, pressing up into tabletop. And making our way onto our sit bones. Let's see. We'll grab a block in our hands and rolling onto our backs, we'll take the block overhead and extend the feet long. On your next inhale, we're going to lift both the feet up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower the feet down about halfway. Inhale, lift up the right leg only. Inhale, lift up both hands, keep them extended. Exhale, lower everything. Inhale, lift up both feet. Exhale, lower feet halfway. Inhale, lift up the left leg. Inhale, lift up the arms. Shoulders off the mat. Exhale, release. Let go of the block and bring the hands beside the hips. Feet up. Exhale, lower halfway. Lower down to the breathe into it. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring the feet down to the mat. Inhale, lift up the hips, bridge pose. Tuck the chin down towards the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, lower. Extend the legs long. Bring the hands overhead. Grab the block. Inhale, lift the feet up. Inhale, lift the shoulders, bring the hands, bring the block all the way between the feet. Exhale, extend the feet and the arms long. Inhale, lift, grab the block. Exhale, extend. Inhale, switch. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. Should have the block. Bring the feet down to the floor, knees bent. Place the block between the knees. Squeeze the block. Hands beside the hips, palms down. Inhale, lift the feet up, squeezing the block. It's like a chair pose. Bring the arms out to a T. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the knees over to the left just slightly. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale left. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. Inhale back to center. Exhale left. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. We'll set the block down, set the feet down. Grab the block and place it at its lowest level or the mid-level underneath the sacrum. Once you have that, start to pull each shoulder blade underneath so you're lifting your chest. You can stay right here in supported bridge, or you can start to extend one leg at a time. So start to work into the front of the hips. Breathe into it. On your next inhale, start to bend the knees back, feet on the floor. We'll lift up the hips, remove the block out of the way, set our hips down, and then roll over onto your left side with the right nostril up. We'll press the top hand to the mat and come up to a seated position. We extend the legs long. Inhale, long spine, reaching high. Exhale, reach forward, grab the shins or the feet. But once you do that, lift up the chin and pull the shoulders back. So knees might be bent, that's okay. As you inhale, try to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, try to maybe bend the elbows and relax further into the pose. On your next inhale, we'll roll up, letting go of the feet, bringing the fingertips behind us, point the fingers away. Inhale, lift up the hips, reverse tabletop. Try to bring the shoulder blades closer together. Exhale, release the hips down, extend the legs long. Inhale, the hands up. Exhale, passive fold, displacing the hands on the mat, round the back, drop the head, different intention. On your next inhale, start to roll up, pointing the fingertips behind us and the knees, feet on the floor. Inhale, lift up the hips. Exhale, release. Bring the soles of the feet together. We'll grab a block and take a guess at where we think our forehead will go. Maybe 2 blocks, maybe no block. Just put your face into your feet. Let the back round, let the head rest on some kind of support. On your next inhale, we'll start to roll up the spine, pushing our block away, grabbing our knees and lifting back up center. And then just make sure your knees are about a 90-degree angle. Grab onto the front of the knees or under the thighs and start to lean back. Maybe lean back so far that your foot comes off the ground, maybe both feet. Lift up the chest. You feel good in your balance, you can let go of the knees. If you want to do a little bit of power kick, you can start to straighten out the legs. Lift up the chest. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Pull them in close. Grab the soles of the feet and try to open up like a book, and this will help drop the knees down. Press her elbows into her thighs and just lean forward. Keep the chin lifted though. On your next inhale, start to rise back and then bring them back. Quick windshield wiper, just release. Extend the legs long. Bend into the left knee, bring it in close. The right hand's gonna grab the outside of the left foot, kick forward into that hand. Bring the torso forward as well. We're gonna stretch our left arm forward, bring it up overhead, bring it back behind us for a side twist. Then try to sink your gaze back towards the back thumb. On your next inhale, coming out of the twist, crisscrossing at the forearms, grabbing the inside of the left foot. Then try to lift up the chest, long spine again. Exhale, try to bring your nose to your knee, round in the back. Inhale, lift up the torso, long spine. Let go with the right hand. Bring it behind you as a kickstand. Bring the left foot on top of the right knee. We'll bring our hands behind us, fingertips pointed away from us. And as you do, flex your toe pointing towards the knee. You can stay right here. You have the leg extended left to right, working into the sit bones. You give the baby a kiss. Mwah, mwah. Shake it out. Bend the right knee, bring it in close. Reach down with the left hand, grabbing the outside of the right foot. Inhale, kick that foot into the hand, bringing your torso forward. All the right overhead, back behind us for a side twist. Getting into the lumbar spine, thoracic spine. Inhale, come out of the twist, crisscrossing at the forearms, grabbing the inside of the foot, and then lift up your chest. Exhale, try to bring your nose to your knee, round the back. Inhale, lifting up the head, letting go with the left arm, bringing it behind us for a kickstand. Exhale, release. Right foot on top of the left knee, leaning back into the hands and bending the knee. You can stay right here, or you can lean forward and wrap the hands around the knee and the foot. You can stay right here. You can start to extend the bottom leg. Sit up tall, lift the chest. Start to rock from left to right. And if you kiss the other baby, you should kiss this one too. Mwah, mwah. Exhale and release. Something a little bit different. So we're placing our forefinger between the thumb, and I don't know what you call this, middle toe, and then start to weave your fingers between your toes. This might take a little bit of effort. It might be uncomfortable, but it's working on getting our toes. Might be a little bit uncomfortable, but with practice, it improves. It's okay if you just get a couple of fingers in there. Mainly just get the thumb wrapped around the big toe. We'll start to lean back, maybe so far that our feet start to come off the ground, maybe lifted. Exhale, release. Let go of the toes. Sorry, that probably wasn't too comfortable, but that's part of it. All right, making our way down to our backs and grabbing a strap. When we're on our backs, what we want to do is just lift up the hips and let the lower back sink into the floor. And we're going to take our right leg up towards the ceiling and wrap hanging on to the strap with just the right hand. You can keep your left leg bent or extend the foot towards the end of the mat if it feels okay on the hips. Maybe try to pull this foot closer, further over the face, working into the hamstrings. Take a deep inhale and exhale. We're gonna bring this right foot out to the right side, opening up the hip, and drop it as much as it will, and keeping the slack or keeping the strap tight on the foot. So we're still pulling. On your next inhale, we're lifting the leg back up towards the ceiling, switching the hands. So the left hand's taking the strap, right hand's coming out to a T. And we're just gonna bring this foot slightly over the hips, but keep both hips grounded. You should feel it pretty quick. On your next inhale, bringing the foot back to center, we're gonna bend at the knee and bring the knee down towards the chest, or the outside of the foot for half happy baby. Of the left leg or the right leg, and we're bringing the foot across the body using left hand and turning onto our left hip, but we're keeping both shoulders grounded. On your next inhale, we're coming back to center. And for me, I like to lift up my hips just to get them recentered and set them back down before moving to the next side. We'll take our left leg up towards the ceiling, place the strap just below the toes. If it feels okay on the hips, we'll extend our right leg to the edge of the mat. We're hanging onto the strap with the left leg, maybe pulling that strap further over our face to get a deep hamstring stretch. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, open up the left hip by dropping the left foot down towards the side, hanging onto the strap. On your inhale, we're bringing the leg back up towards the ceiling, switching the hands, taking our left arm out to a T, and just bringing that foot slightly over the hips. Inhale back to center. Start to bend the left knee, bringing it down towards the chest. Finding your version of half happy baby, grabbing the outside the foot or the thigh. Eventually letting go of half happy baby, grabbing the left knee with our right hand and pulling over into supine twist, keeping both shoulders grounded. And eventually finding our final pose of Shavasana with the legs extended on the mat, hands beside the hips with the up. If your tongue is stuck to the top of your mouth, go ahead and release it. Let your jaw relax. Shavasana is a conscious pose. So you're just scanning the body, noticing the changes. Maybe it's working on a meditation. One of my favorite ones is counting our breath down, starting with 27. So I inhale 27, I exhale 27. We'll be here for a few minutes. Start to come back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and turn your placing the feet on the floor, your right nostril up. Resting the head on the arms. It's a great posture for giving yourself grace and gratitude for showing up for the practice. And keeping the eyes gentle or closed, we'll press into the top hand, come up to an easy seated posture. Legs crossed, maybe hands to heart center. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Finding your intention for the practice one more time. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings find peace, love, and joy in this life, and may we contribute to that. Namaste. All right, for yourself, drink lots of water. If you have any questions about any of the poses that were challenging, let me know and I'll work with you on those. If you haven't signed in, please do that. That just lets them know that I teach classes.